You're listening to the BBM Global Network with 25 years in broadcast audio and video production. Our passionate team creates content and marketing for the world of Internet Talk Radio. If you've got a passion, come join us at bbmglobalnetwork.com. The BBM Global Network. Your voice is now heard.
The Rainmaker is here. Join award-winning sales expert Jackie Rainforth as she empowers you with the confidence and information to up-level your skill set and performance while helping you to overcome any of those sales challenges that are holding you back, costing you valuable business. So please welcome your host of Make It Rain Sales, Jackie Rainforth.
Welcome, everyone. This is Make It Rain Sales on Bull Brave Media TV. We are here today. I'm your host, Jackie Rainforth. A little later on, we're going to have our special guest, Kandice Wirch. And we're having a very special show on self-sabotage. Are you self-sabotaging your sales? I don't know about you guys, but I am guilty. I have done it, right? Have you ever, right? Have we done this? Oh, Monday, I promise I'm going to make those cold calls. Yeah, Monday. You know, it's kind of like the weight thing, right? Monday, I'm going to go on that diet. Monday, I'm going to make those cold calls. Monday rolls around, and what do? Nothing. Oh, yeah, next Monday, I'll make those cold calls. Or get this, you have those leads, right? Those leads come in, you have the business card, and you just kind of put it on the side of your desk, and next thing you know, you push it a little further over, and next thing you know, it's like off the side of your desk into that box or that little bin or wherever you put those little cards, right? We do this. Or worse, this is the worst one. This is what you do. You make those promises to customers, and you don't have a system. You're so disorganized, and you make that little promise to the customer, and you fail to follow up. Oh, that's the worst. And you forget because you don't have a system, or you just think, it wasn't that big of a deal anyway, right? And you just, it's not a big deal. Listen, guys, those are sabotaging your career. Those are sabotaging your sales. Those are little things. They're compromising your integrity. They're compromising your values. We are self-sabotaging when we do those things, and we're all doing it, right? That's what we're talking about today. And it has a name. Did you know that? Yes, it has a name. It is Sales Syndrome Sabotage. That's the name of it. And we have a special guest today, Kandice Wirch. She is amazing. We'll talk to her a little bit later, but she's going to tell us all sorts of great things about what it is, how we can recognize it, how we can get over it, which is the most important thing. And you know, whether you're new to sales, whether you're a business owner, whether you have been a veteran and have been in sales a long time, we're all guilty of it. We have all done this. We have all self-sabotaged our sales career at one time or another. We have. And I know it. I'm guilty. I know you're guilty of it. And thank you for tuning in, because you know what? We all need a little bit of help. It's our brain. What's our thought process? And come on, what we do is we play games with ourselves, right? It's those little mindset games, right? It's those little mindset games that we play with ourselves that kind of talk ourselves in, talk ourselves out. It's all about mindset. And we need to set ourselves up for success. That's the important thing. And so that's what Kandice is going to talk to us about. Let me tell you about Kandice, okay? Here we go. Let me talk to you about Kandice, because she's going to help us. We need to set ourselves up for success. We need to be able, procrastination. I guess that's what we're talking about, is procrastination. That's the big one. That's the one that gets us in really, really big trouble. And Yeah, at least that's what I see it as. I mean, there's disorganization, there's perfectionism, right? Sometimes I know for myself, I feel like I have to be perfect. I have to have everything just so. But here's the thing, this stuff can get into bigger problems for us. It really can. It can lead to anxiety. It can lead to self-esteem issues. It can lead to us being stuck. And this is what I see over and over and over again. I see people getting so wrapped up in this stuff that they end up quitting and going from job to job to job. Because listen, when it comes to the cold calling, this is a big deal. It's hard to cold call, and we don't like the rejection. We don't like the dejection that comes with it. And when we become stuck, when we start sabotaging ourselves, it goes down a very bad path. So anyway, let me introduce you to Kandice. She's going to help us with so many great things. This is Kandice. You're going to be so thrilled to listen to her. Kandice is a thinking disruptor. Yes, she's going to help you disrupt all these self-thoughts that you have. She is a registered nurse and a registered clinical hypnotherapist. She has extensive certifications in integrative, nutritional, psychology of emotional eating and conversational intelligence coaching. She is passionate about providing education and transformation for those who are wanting to make changes to their health and weight. Yes, she is a weight specialist, but guess what? This stuff, it's all about the mind, and she is here to help us when it comes to selling. She is the owner of a company called Weight Boss, and let me tell you, she's going to be, she is the next Jenny Craig. Her stuff is absolutely unbelievable. She does transformation like you have never seen before. Her program is amazing. Kandice can speak from her own personal experience with weight and from watching her late husband be unable to white knuckle his way through dieting to change the trajectory of his health. He passed away in 2013 at the age of 56, leaving many unanswered questions as to why change was not within his reach. Kandice believes we should all feel powerful to change our health and bring vitality back to our life. Kandice shares her message with passion and conviction. Her mission is to shift people's limiting beliefs, help them create visions for their future, and reach their health and weight loss goals. She specializes in serving those with weight loss goals with emphasis and on changing habits. Habit change begins in the mind. Sustained weight change begins in the mind because weight loss is more than what you eat. It is about when you eat and why you eat. And of course, to learn more about Kandice, please visit www.weightbossforlife.com. And all this stuff is the same, whether it's weight, right, Kandice? Hi, welcome,
Yeah.
Kandice, please.
Thank you.
Same,
I'm
right?
so excited. It's all the same. I am a firm believer that the skills needed to lose weight are the meta skills that we need for life in general. And if we're willing to take a look at ourselves, we can apply it all to anything we want to do in life, any goal.
It is the same. It's all about mindset. And whether it's weight, it's the same thing, right? I use the same analogy. Oh, Monday morning, I'm going to get to those cold calls. Monday morning, right? I'm going to start my diet on Monday. I'm going to start those cold calls on Monday. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thinking. And we do it. Oh, I tell you, I mean, if we could, I can't tell you how many times I've said the weight thing. I can't tell you how many times I've said the cold call thing. It's all the same, right?
Yep.
So tell me, how do people know when they're self-sabotaging? Tell me, and how do they recognize it? How does it show up?
Well, just want to step one step back. You may be successful in one area of your life.
Yes.
And you're thinking, oh, well, I don't need to lose any weight. I don't need to really listen to this. But all the skills to reach any goal are the same for everything. So the first place to look is, are you reaching your goals? Are you moving in the direction you want to go to? If the answer is no, then something's getting in your way. And we like to always say that circumstance is getting in our way. Oh, it's because of this. It's because I didn't meet the right people, or I didn't have the right opportunities, or whatever story we're creating in our head. But
excuses.
Really, excuses. It's really only us that can direct us towards our goal, no matter what our circumstance is. And so the first place you need to look is, are you reaching your goals? Are you moving in the direction you want to go to? And that's probably one of the most painful questions that we have to honestly look at ourselves with is it about me? Am I getting in the way? And that is the definition of sabotage. You are getting in the way of what you say you want to do. And it isn't like you strategize in your brain and go, well, how can I get in my way? It's all subtle. It's all under the surface.
But in sales, that's kind of an easy marker because we're measured, or in our business, we're measured, right? 57% of sales teams are not meeting target. So, right, every month we see whether we're making target or not. And, and unfortunately, that's where it can go really wrong because every month we don't make target and then it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And that's where the esteem and everything comes in, right?
And that's the same for weight. Every day or every month or whenever you get on the scale and you say, oh, I'm not meeting target, or you put on your pants and they're a little bit tight. Now you start cascading into the feelings of, well, it's impossible for me. Self-esteem starts coming in the way. And no brain wants to get up in the morning and feel bad. So if it's in sales or if it's in weight or if it's anything else, even relationships, you will look for justification, and justification will show up in the form of sabotage, justifiable sabotage, justifying it in your brain. You'll use all kinds of cognitive distortions. You'll go black and white thinking. You'll go procrastination. You'll go overgeneralization. You'll not show up. You will do all kinds of things, and it's all based in fear.
So like what? Like in sales, what would that be? Like black and white thinking?
Black and white thinking would, for sales, I suspect would be something like, oh, I won't even call them because they don't even need me. I'm sure I'm not applicable for them. You've made that black and white, so you're not even going to step over. You've already made that line in your head. Procrastinating is, you said almost in the introduction, sort of busyness. Procrastination does show up as busyness. It shows up as disorganization. It shows up as, the next shiny thing pulling you off to the side. All that's procrastination.
Right. Business owners are notorious for that, right? Because they fear selling. They don't want to sell. So yes, they absolutely do that. Yes.
And the same with weight loss. We're all looking for the next shiny thing, the next instant answer, so that we don't really have to look at ourselves. The work of sales, the work of business, the work of weight loss, the work of change is all an internal experience. And we keep waiting for somebody to knock on the door to say, here it is for you. But it first has to come from you. And when we're willing to have it come from ourselves, that's when we are unbelievably powerful to make change and to honestly look at ourselves.
Okay, great. Well, listen, thank you, Kandice. That's great. Now at least we know what we're looking for. Listen, guys, we need to take a short break. I am Jackie Rainforth, your host here on Make It Rain Sales. This is Bold Brave Media TV. We will be back for more with Kandice Wirch. She's going to tell us about self-sabotage and how we can improve our sales. So we'll be right back. We will be right back. Come on back. And don't forget, you can call in live on 1-866-451-14512 to ask us questions. See you soon.
What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave Media Network and TuneIn Radio. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation. Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Bold Brave Media TV. I'm your host, Jackie Rainforth, and this is Make It Rain Sales. We are talking about self-sabotage and sales, and the Sales Syndrome Sabotage. Yes, we've got our special guest, Kandice Wirch, here. She is talking to us today. She's going to talk to us about brain process and self-sabotage. Kandice, can you tell us more? Please tell us more.
Well, as I said before the break, I was saying that self-sabotage is all about fear. It's living in fear because your brain is always working on one triad, which is seek pleasure, avoid pain, and keep everything the same. So when we move into something that causes us some anxiety, your brain is going to be wanting to pull you back to what it knows. So it creates these cognitive distortions that allow justifiable sabotage. So the first thing we need to do is we need to be aware that it's happening. It's not about us personally. It's about how we're wired to keep us safe. And that safety came from physical safety in an ancestral time. But in this modern world, it's all about emotional safety. No tiger is actually going to get us. This is all in our thoughts. So we can safely push back against that fear and start talking back to that fear. Have a conversation, because ultimately what you want to get to is consistency. To show your brain you can show up. Because every time you allow sabotage to win, you reinforce to that triad in your brain, see, you can't do it. And it gets stronger and it grows and it grows. And that's why when you don't follow up with what you've said you're going to do, for example, going to make those calls on the Monday morning, the following Monday morning, it's even harder. When you don't start the diet or follow through with what you said you're going to do on the one day, it's harder the next day. Why is it harder? Because you've proven to yourself you can't. We have to start showing ourselves we can. So one of the best ways to do that is to set yourself up for success. Don't say you're going to make 100 cold calls. You're going to make one cold call. And then when you get the one, I did it. Now you reinforced, you showed your brain you can do this. But if you sit there with that overwhelming amount that you set yourself up for and you don't follow through, that's worse than saying I'm not making calls at all today. Be honest.
Okay, so basically just set your goal. I'm going to make one cold call today. Just one.
Just one.
That's the goal.
If you've never made a cold call before,
yes,
don't say you're going to do 5. When you
right.
honestly know in the back of your head this is a really big thing to get over,
yes.
Say you're going to make 1. And I want to share a story about this and how this
Please.
is so powerful. My husband,
stories.
Walter, when he first went into sales,
yes.
Which was a number of years ago, and he went out on his own and he had to generate his own customer base. So at that time, he went door to door. Door to door is probably one of the scariest things to do. And he set himself up I'm going to go on this street to these houses at this time. He pulls his car up there. 3:00 in the afternoon, he's yet to get out of his car. He's gone for coffee. He's gone to get a donut. He's come back. But the one thing he did that was absolutely correct was, even though he procrastinated over the whole day, he did not give up. He did not leave that street till he at least knocked on one door. That was the goal. And at 4:30 in the afternoon, he knocked on the door.
Oh,
he did it. And him doing that allowed him to create success and momentum moving forward. Now, had he at noon said, well, that's it, I'll try again next Monday, Monday would have been twice as hard.
Right.
You have to say, if you really don't think you're going to do it or have time to do it, don't say you're going to do it. Don't say you're going to do something, then not show up. The person you need to show up for the most is always you, because your brain is watching, your brain is noticing, and it will create the consistency of the pattern it notices. So if it notices that, it may take us a few hours, but we still get it done, that's the momentum of consistency. If it goes, you never get it done, I know this day, you're going to push it off till 5, and then that's it, supper time, another day. It notices that consistency.
Oh, what a great story, Kandice. That's awesome. It's pushing through that stall wall that keeps you stuck. Once you push through that wall, the magic begins.
The magic begins.
It does. It does. It's just getting past that mindset that keeps you stuck. Once you push through that, whoa, look out. It just,
I have people come to me all the time, and not always about weight loss. They're looking for support in other areas of their life, but they will talk often about that procrastination of, I want to do this and I get all this stuff out and then it just sits there. And so I say, well, stop getting the stuff out. If you honestly are not going to do it, stop pretending you're going to do it. Start having that honest conversation with yourself. No, I'm actually not going to do this. But if you say you are going to do it, no matter what, do it. No matter what.
Oh,
so set yourself up to not to fail, even if it's so small.
Great advice.
Amazing. Yeah.
Great advice. Great advice. I hope everybody is writing this down. I hope everybody heard that story and remembers that story. Walter, thank you. Thank you, Kandice, for that story. Isn't it awesome that your husband's in commission sales? And that's, I mean, what a great story. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Oh, thank you. It is. It's so important. And so, Kandice, what are the consequences when people don't, when they don't do those things,
Well, the consequence is actually quite severe. It's severe economically and it's severe psychologically, because as soon as you start proving to yourself you are not trustworthy and reliable with your word, and I'm not talking about your word to other people, I'm talking about your word to yourself. Your self-efficacy gets chipped away. And that leads to just a continuing disintegration of your self-esteem and your belief that you can. So you want to always be setting yourself up with the belief you can, even if it's the smallest thing. We have to notice what we're doing right and stop setting ourselves up to notice what we did not do. I'm not going to set myself up that I'm going to do a million different things when I know for sure, one, I'm afraid of doing 90% of it. So how about I start small and I show myself I can do the first step. Then I can do the second step. That's the same with weight loss. It's the same with sales. It's the same with exercise. It's the same with anything. You're not going to run a marathon before you've learned to walk around the block.
Right. My first job, I did exactly that. I was trying to cold call every day. It was no. When I did get a meeting, I wasn't prepared, practiced, and, I was just, it was awful. And every day my self-esteem started to crater, and I ended up, going into work, shuffling papers around, pretending like I was going out and doing cold calls when actually I was going home and sitting on the couch watching TV. And I was lying to myself. I was lying to my boss. I was going into debt every month because I was on a draw. And, it was awful. I started, I know how bad it can be. And this is why I do what I do. I don't want anyone to ever be in that condition. And I ended up quitting of despair because it was horrible,
and that's the psychological and economic cost of when we lie to ourselves, because it really is lying to ourselves. And we use all kinds of justifications like self-licensing. We will make excuses in our head. For example, with weight loss, we will go, oh, I was really good yesterday.
Yes.
So psychologically and unconsciously, then we start justifying excess the next day. So one day you shuffled the paper from this side of the desk to this side of the desk. Oh, and you kind of tell yourself a story that's success. Myself, but you actually didn't do anything towards the movement of your business, but you just organized. That's just procrastinating again. You're still not having that honest conversation with yourself. And then I have one other tip.
What's that?
That is develop an alter ego. When you feel afraid, develop that alter ego to talk to. How would super Kandice handle this? How would confident Kandice handle this?
Okay.
What does she look like? What does she feel like? That woman is going to be the success. Talk to her, see her. She will pull you forward, as opposed to feeling like you're having somebody pushing you. You're having this pull forward because she's talking to you. Let your alter ego be part of your voice, as opposed to the voice of, well, see, you didn't do that. You just went home and sat on the couch. No.
Well, it's interesting. Oh, sorry, Kandice. It's interesting because in the Selling Made Simple program, I do talk about that. I talk about, doing 3 exercises before you start doing your cold calls. And, I guess Badass Jackie would.
Yes, Badass
right?
Jackie is
Badass Jackie.
Yes.
That's, because that's what I used to have to do. And I still do those things before I start making cold calls, or even, to be honest, even before I come on this show, right? I have to kind of, get myself ready and do these things, because you don't just come alive, right? You've got to get yourself going, and nobody can just turn on like that and get themselves confident, and it just doesn't happen that way. You're right. It just, right? If I'm going to be honest, I'm being honest.
But it's an important thing that you're really saying, is that is a tip and a strategy. But what we sometimes do then is we learn these tips and strategies, and then we think for some reason that we shouldn't have to use them over the course of the time, when we allow them to start slipping away, and that creates the cycle again. We have to be consistent with our strategies. Right. Without consistency of strategies, we're not consistent in behavior. You can't just go like, oh, okay, I learned that. Now I can let that go, and it should be just somehow automated inside of me. No, you still have to bump yourself up. You still have to make conscious decisions.
Got it. Well, thank you, Kandice. Those are great tips. And I'm sure the viewers are going to these are going to change their lives, seriously, because I know they are tips that we can put into place tomorrow.
Yes.
And they can start making those cold calls and following up and doing all those things that can really change their sales efforts, change their results tomorrow. And we really, really appreciate that. Guys, listen, if you want to call in and ask questions, please feel free. 1-866-451-1451. Again, 1-866-451-1451. Come on back. If you come back and stay till the end of the show, we have a special gift for you. And again, this is Jackie Rainforth. I'm your host on Bold Brave Media TV. This is Make It Rain Sales, and we have Kandice Wirch. She is from Weight Boss. She is a hypnotherapist, an RN, but more than that, she is a mindset master. She knows all about mindset and how to overcome the self-talk and all the things that keep you in self-sabotage. We will be back. Come on back and make sure you get that free gift at the end.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of the Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on the Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Jackie Rainforth, your host on Bold Brave Media TV. This is Make It Rain Sales. We've got our special guest, Kandice Wirch, and we're talking about self-sabotage and how we self-sabotage our sales. Whether it's a lead that we don't follow up on, whether it's how we tell ourselves we're going to do things and we don't go back and follow up on things. The worst is promising. Oh yeah, we make those promises to customers. Oh, I'll do that for you. I'll do this for you. And we never go back and do it. Or how we Monday morning. Oh, I'm going to make those cold calls on Monday. And we never get around to cold calling. Did you know that 42% of salespeople struggle with cold calling? And I can't even tell you the number of business owners. Business owners always find something else to do other than selling. Always. Why? Because they don't like selling. Of course, why would anybody, right? Business owners, that's the last thing they want to do is sell. I get it. But this is the thing. We need to be focused on our selling because 57% of salespeople are not making target, and 50% of small businesses go under in the first 5 years. So it's really important. I mean, we need to really stay in our values, stay with our integrity, and we have to stick to that cold calling. We have to stick to those promises that we make to ourselves. It's really important. And we don't want to be self-sabotaging. Yeah, right? Right, Kandice?
Yep, 100%.
You've given us some really great tips, right? Only make our promise. You gave us a great story about your husband. Stick to it. It doesn't matter. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Yep. Make that one call. Even if it takes you all day.
Follow through. Make it.
Follow through. Don't give up. Just don't give up. Make that one call. Yeah. And
because if you don't make that call, how is your brain ever going to notice that you can? That's the key. You have to show yourself you can. Because when it comes to sales or change of any kind, we are putting ourselves out there. We're creating vulnerability for ourselves. Vulnerability is always fear. And when we do that, our brain pushes back and emotions come up. We feel challenged. And then if we know that the brain is always working on that triad of seek pleasure, avoid pain, and keep everything the same, when we feel emotions and when we feel challenged, it is going to want to push us back to where it was before, even if that creates a negative result in our life. The brain does not care about consequences. The unconscious brain doesn't care about consequences. It only cares about the momentary feeling. So to change that, you have to show it you can. And that is follow through. This is normal. This is nothing wrong with us if we feel these emotions. This is a natural reaction to growth. Nothing is wrong with you. You're not broken. It doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means it's a new experience. A new experience.
But what happens is the consequence of, one, not recognizing that this is normal. It is a normal reaction. It's a normal feeling, is that we end up beating ourselves up.
Yes.
Then we compromise our self-esteem. We have
Yes.
anxiety. We get stuck. It becomes
Yes.
a vicious cycle that we don't want to go down. And that's not what we want for anybody. I've been there. I've done it. It's not healthy for anyone.
No.
So tell us more. How do we overcome self-sabotage? What are the steps?
Well,
what can we do? You're the expert on this. Tell us.
I think one of the biggest things we can do is just allow ourselves to have conversations with ourselves. Know that resistance is a natural part of this. Resistance is going to show up. Invite it along for the ride. Yep, I know you're coming along for the ride. Resistance, just come sit beside me. We're going to work through this anyhow. Start having conversations that actually justify the normality of what you are feeling and experiencing, because it's normal for resistance to come up. Don't think you're broken. Don't think you can't do this. Yep, come along for the ride. I know you're here with me. And then what if we faced it, we dealt with it, we understood it, we had compassion for it. We had compassion for these feelings that make us uncomfortable and want to self-sabotage and procrastinate. And we didn't push them away. And then we stopped feeling entitled to easy, courage, and strength. We let go of the concept of, I deserve. Really?
Okay. Back the bus up. Let's talk about I deserve.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Let's talk about that, because you've really hit the nail on the head there, because I think that's a very important topic to talk about.
Yeah.
Because I know I deserve. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Please.
So I deserve is really a trap. It is an absolute trap. What do you deserve? That is self-licensing in its face. Do you deserve easy? We were never promised an easy life. We were promised a human experience, the good, the bad, the whole range of it. Life is a 50-50 experience. And when we believe we only deserve the 50% of life that is pleasurable, happy, easy, just lovely, we're missing out on that 50% of life that is uncomfortable and hard. And when we're willing to sit in it and allow ourselves to face it, to be with it, to not push against it, we get to spend way more time in the 50% of life that is amazing. We deserve a whole human experience. We don't just deserve the 50% that is amazing, because that is a cognitive distortion. Because if it's true that we deserve, then those people in the world who are having significantly harder times than us must deserve so much more of the amazing things of life than we do. So we need to call ourselves on the story of deserve, because that leads to self-licensing. Well, if I deserve this, or if I was good at doing this, then I must give myself an extra cookie, or I must have to buy myself this new next amazing thing that's going to help me make the next sale before I've even made a sale. All that story we're telling ourselves.
Oh, interesting. So are you saying we displace our feelings?
We displace our feelings. We go to justification. We start looking for the story that makes our behavior or our actions be understandable to our brain, because no brain gets up in the morning and says, oh, I'm going to prove myself wrong. So we're always looking for justifiable behavior. Always. And when you hear your brain say anything to the word deserve, you are justifying something. Call call it for what it is.
Interesting. So, and it's interesting because I find in sales, there's a lot of excuses for the behavior, right? Like, oh, it was a busy day. Oh, I have too many email. Oh, I've got to get this done. Oh, the customers are blah, blah, blah. It's always excuses. And that's what I find.
Circumstance, that's justification. You're looking for easy courage and strength. You're looking for a reason why you are not showing up for yourself. And so I always say, because I'm an expert in weight loss around the deserve thing, and you can apply this to anything, don't say you deserve the cookie. You just want the cookie, period. This isn't a deserve. I don't deserve because I've had a hard day extra food, or I don't deserve something because of something else that's happened. You want it. Say it for what it is. We don't deserve.
Well, and here's the other thing. So what we see in sales is, leave early for the day, take the extra long lunch. The average salesperson doesn't even start their calls till 11 a.m. in the morning. Well, you think about that, 11 a.m. in the morning, they've wasted a third of their day times 5 days a week. How much time has been wasted?
And that would come from that deserve. It's a hard job. It's I did so much yesterday. I deserve this. No, you just want to take the morning off. Just say the truth. The minute you start saying the truth to yourself, the magic unfolds.
Right?
It literally unfolds.
It is, oh my gosh, it's just, and it's interesting. So I have a story. I'm not going to use names, but I'll just say that a sales leader I know had asked his team, please commit to how many sales calls you're going to make per day. And I think the number was 3. Now, I'm looking at that going, 3, that is not a lot of sales calls per day in my book. I'm like, 3? Holy moly. I think that is quite I think I was like, okay, right? But the number was 3. And of course they track in CRM because everything's becoming more measurable these days, right? And that's fine. That was the question to the sales team. How many? You guys decide how many you are going to commit to in terms of sales calls. The number was 3. He tracked, say anything, that was their commitment. He tracked and measured. They did not even commit to 3 a day. Their numbers didn't measure up to 3 a day. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, you cannot commit. And that was like Monday to Thursday. That didn't even include Friday. I'm like, because Friday's kind of paperwork day. And, when I was like, you have got to be kidding. They couldn't come up with 3 a day.
Now here's, as you're saying that, I see so much potential for information in what you just said there. So the 3 calls in the CRM is literally, the CRM can be seen as the scale. So you get on the scale, it's only data. It's data. Now, if you don't follow through with what you said you were going to do and your data reflects that you didn't, that reinforces your belief in yourself, you can't, unconsciously or consciously, you'll justify, excuse, all those sorts of things. But if you let go of all those justifications and saw it as data, I did not show up. How could I show up? Not why didn't I show up? Stop asking why. Why is a stupid question. Why just allows us to rewind excuse. You start asking yourself higher level questions. How could I show up? How could I be different? How could I have set myself up different? And not expect an instant answer. It's more of a rhetorical answer to your brain. Your brain now allows yourself to start thinking, how could I do this different? Not why, because if I ask why, it's going to go, let me go to the Rolodex of excuses. I'll tell you why you didn't show up. It's a useless question. Same with weight, same with sale. How can you do different? What could you do different?
And isn't that a great question for the sales leader and for the sales leaders that are out there, Really, that's a great question for the sales leaders. Okay, you guys. Well, we have lots of information. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. We have to cut out for a break, but when we come back, we have so much more. Come on. If you have questions, please follow through. Give us a call at 1-866-451-1451. Stay to the end. We've got a free gift for you. It's so exciting. And this is Jackie Rainforth on Bold Brave Media TV. This is Make It Rain Sales. We will be back, and I have my number one tip for creating a follow-up system for you so that you never, ever, ever miss following up on promises that you've made to a customer or customer requests made of you. Stay tuned. We will be back shortly.
The opiate epidemic has reached crisis levels, and with so many families affected by addiction, opiate-related drug overdoses, and death, the time is now to have a real constructive conversation about addiction that could lead to better prevention, treatment, and recovery. Alan Charles, author and keynote speaker on drug abuse and prevention, presents The Alan Charles Show. Alan brings a message of hope, sharing his unbelievable story of surviving a 24-year addiction to cocaine and highlights from his memoir, Walking Out the Other Side, an addict's journey from loneliness to life. His raw honesty and courageous heart breaks the stigma of addiction and offers a unique perspective into the mind of an addict. Join Alan each week as he brings his listeners to a true understanding of the grip of addiction. It is only with this understanding that we can begin to heal. The Alan Charles Show, Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. So as you saw in our last segment, this is Jackie Rainforth, Bold Brave Media TV, and this is Make It Rain Sales, and Kandice Wirch. In our last segment, we were talking about how. You don't ask yourself why, because we were talking about the 3 sales calls, and they couldn't follow up on 3 sales calls. Kandice said, you don't ask, why did I only make 3 sales calls, or sales leaders, you ask, how? Come on, Kandice, tell us more.
So how is one of the most powerful questions? How and what? How could I do different, and what could I do different? The problem is when we ask how, we want immediate answers. We want to write down the 3 how things. But if we're not really reflective and honest with ourselves on that how question, we can literally set ourselves up again for sabotage. Oh, how am I going to do this? I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Don't be in such a rush to create the answer of how. Allow your brain time to explore creatively what would work for you. How is generally used as, okay, you're going to come in at 9 and you're going to sit down and you're going to make your first call at 9. You haven't allowed yourself to explore the how with that emotion of fear, knowing resistance and fear are sitting beside you in the air as you make the call or you make whatever change it is you want to do. Okay. Give yourself that creative time to explore how and what you can do different. You can do different emotionally.
Okay. And I guess that's important too. As sales leaders, they can sit down with their team and really talk that through.
Yes.
Because, as sales leaders, they don't want a bunch of excuses either. And let's face it, 3 sales calls a day is not enough in this world when the expectations are so high for people to perform, and when 57% of sales teams are not making quota. 3 sales calls is not acceptable. And when people, it's your reputation as a salesperson or as a business owner who needs to be making, income and getting those results. That's not enough. It's not enough. And we do need to be following through. We can't afford to be sabotaging ourselves. And Kandice, honestly, the tips that you've given us today, the stuff that you've provided for us has just been phenomenal. I cannot tell you how wonderful this has been. Thank you.
You're welcome. And if I could just add one more quick
tip. Yeah.
When you're thinking about how and you're allowing yourself to creatively explore that, you have to visualize yourself following through. because that's your alter ego actually doing what has been presented to you as a solution to move forward. See it, actually see it in your head.
Okay, so we don't want just Jackie. We want badass Jackie.
Badass Jackie. See badass Jackie following through. Or if you're like, even when it comes to weight loss, if your pattern is you get home and you eat, as you're driving home, how could I do it differently? And see yourself doing it differently. See yourself calling differently, feeling differently, with resistance and fear sitting along for the ride, because they are not going away.
Okay. And accepting those feelings, right?
Yes,
And saying,
accepting those feelings.
I feel this feeling. It's okay to have this feeling.
Okay, normal, natural.
This is normal, natural. I get it, right?
Yeah, human.
And this is how I'm going to do it differently. See yourself doing it differently.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Wow, Kandice, I mean, honestly, this has been phenomenal. No wonder your weight loss company is so successful. I mean, we just want to keep you in the sales world, because this is really the information that you've helped us with today is just so valuable, so productive. It's really going to help a lot of people, I know, because there's so many of us. Oh, forgot to give you my little tip. So when it comes to a follow-up system, guys, when you're out there and you're taking notes in front of a client, when you say you're going to do something for a client, or when a client asks you to do something and you're taking those notes, I do something very simple. I put little asterisks beside my commitments, or the commitments customers ask me to do. When I go back and, whether it's at the end of the day or Friday when I'm following up on all the things that I need to do, I simply look for those asterisks that I've written and I follow up. And as I take that task off my plate and I follow up and continue and take care of that task, I highlight it, and then I know I've taken care of it. That way you have a system in place that's simple, easy to follow, and you have taken care of it, and you can positively know in your mind that you have taken care of it, you've taken care of that customer, and you will have a happy customer on your on your mind if you've done it. So there you go. Simple system, and you will follow up every time, each and every time. So there you go. That's my tip. So now this is what we've done. Thank you for following through. Thank you. I hope you've taken some great notes. Thank you to Kandice. This has been terrific. With following through, we have a special gift for you. If you email us at info@rainmakersgroup.ca, again, info@rainmakers, that's plural with an S, at rainmakersgroup.ca, you can have a downloadable copy of my book, The Badass Guide to Superstar Selling. Now, this book, I'm telling you guys, it has received rave reviews. It is filled with all sorts of great stuff. It's got lots of stories from great people, not just me. As you know, I love to bring guests on and special people. It's not all my stuff. There's some great stories from people who share their experience and their tips, their knowledge, and their incredible wisdom. But I've got methods in there. I've got scripts in there that you can use to practice to really amp up your professionalism, your productivity, your skill set. I have got some easy to find tips. They're all highlighted so that you can just flip through and find them. I've got everything that you could want. Modern selling, how life has changed. So if you're a veteran sales guy or a girl that hasn't updated your skill set in a long time, you can read this book. You know what modern selling is all about. I've got everything, generation gap, what it takes to sell to the different generations. It is just chock full of all sorts of great goodies. It really is. Whether you are brand new to sales, whether you are looking to update your career, whether you have been in sales for a long time and are just looking to modernize, this book is filled with all sorts of great stuff. And I know you will get great value from it. It's received phenomenal reviews. So again, it is, go to info@rainmakersgroup.ca/books, and you can sign up for the book there, or just go sign up, info@rainmakersgroup.ca, and we will send you the downloadable version for free. So listen, next week, the week after, Christmas, so we won't be there, but January 6th, we have a really great show for you. It's going to be on colors. Personality to profit, how you can achieve faster results. It's going to be a good one. So don't forget to join us. We'll send out lots of notices so you'll see. But again, personality to profit, how to achieve faster sales results. One of the most popular courses I offer. You do not want to miss it. We will have Roseanne Normando. She increased her sales 20% with her team. Yeah, she's top Hunter Douglas reps, top Hunter Douglas company in Canada. You don't want to miss it. Anyway, thank you, Kandice. Thank you again for all your wonderful
My pleasure.
wisdom. The information, what we've learned from you today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Jackie Rainforth, Bold Brave Media TV out of NYC. Love you guys. Make It Rain Sales. Thank you, Freddie, our engineer. Mwah, mwah. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you have a good one. Take care, and we will see you in the new year. Bye-bye.
This has been Make It Rain Sales with host Jackie Rainforth. Join us each week for a unique, engaging, and interactive new way to have your sales questions answered and start taking your sales from stalled to unstoppable as you make it rain sales in your business.
You've been listening to the BBM Global Network. The ideas, views, and opinions of this broadcast are those of the participants of the program and are not necessarily the ideas, views, and opinions of the BBM Global Network Company.